On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hey, 66.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A first down run by Jones not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finish it?
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Shift.
Here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And here's Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Packers nothing.
Get ready. 45 the mark. 50, and you got
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Jake. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. Nifty footwork to the 45. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 11. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Packer first down.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
For Green Bay.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
15-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues. And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
12-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Rodgers. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
No, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 52 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Packers.
Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 19-yard line.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
2nd and 4.
They run the counter. Jones. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Rush in. Hey, 166.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 47.
Brady now on first down. There's Evans again. Complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 33 yards that time.
At the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after them now.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Devontae Adams. 65 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Hey, go 66.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Chris Godwin. 10 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. So first and 10 now from the 30. Brady to throw again. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
To Rob Gronkowski. No gain on the play. It's now third and less than a yard.
Again, it's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
The 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Wow! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Tyler Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Tyler Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Rodgers. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Gronkowski the intended target. And now it's second down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
It's a gain of
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They run the counter. Jones. It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 66 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for two.
26, jump out. Check 24.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rodgers going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and goal.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And goal.
Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Let's go. 45, 45, 45, 45. Let's make these babies fight.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. All day. Defense. Back 300.
Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now whistles and a timeout called here.
A 6-yard pick.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.